I believe today is day 8 on my 14-point listing presentation. So review. Step number 1, phone interview. We're going to call a day ahead of time. We're going to ask questions in order to better prepare for our appointment tomorrow afternoon at 4 o'clock. And that's script. It's exactly what you would say to the seller. Step 2, prepare your CMA and your supply and demand analysis. And you're just going to pull all of the properties that have sold in the neighborhood, whether they're comparable or not. You're going to go through each of those properties. You're going to highlight important information in order to save time when you get to step, give me a moment, 12, which is review the CMA. And you're looking, again, to get every single property in the neighborhood, not just the comparable properties. You're also going to create a supply and demand analysis in order to determine month supply of inventory and different price ranges. Okay, step number 3, confirm the appointment, trial close. So the day of the appointment, I'm going to call, hey, Eddie, John Dietz, Keller Williams Realty, calling to confirm our appointment later today at 4 o'clock. Eddie says, yes, awesome. So when we meet today at 4 o'clock, just curious, are you going to be ready to put your home on the market? Eddie says, yes. My response is, awesome, see you at 4 o'clock. Eddie says, I don't know. My response is, awesome, see you at 4 o'clock. Eddie says, no. My response is, awesome, see you at 4 o'clock. All right, now at least I know that he's ready. Cool. All right, I'm going to call again when I'm on my way. Day of the appointment, I'm on my way. Eddie, John Dietz, Keller Williams Realty, just letting you know I'm on my way. I'll be there right at 4 o'clock unless I run into traffic, and if I do, I'll give you a call. All right. Step number 4, listing channel. No, it's not a channel on your radio in the car. It is mindset, and it is everything you're going to do in order to get into the right mindset so that you can go on that listing appointment and knock it out of the park. Step number 5, Kodak moment. That is your first impression that you make at the front door. When you knock on the door and Kevin answers the door, hi Kevin, John Dietz, we had an appointment today at 4 o'clock and it's 4 o'clock. May I come in? Moment I walk in the door, wow, you have a beautiful home and I'm super excited to be here. Before I go any further, would you like me to take my shoes off? Little things make a difference. All right, I'm gonna set my things down at the kitchen table, Kevin, and then if it's okay, I'd love for you to take me on a tour of your home. I'm gonna take lots of notes. I'm gonna ask questions because this is the information I'm gonna use to help you sell your home. All right.
Hey, John?
Yes, talk to me.
Real quick, when you say help you sell your home,
Yeah.
can we also use help you get your home sold? Just think it's a little softer.
Well, here's why I'm going to say no. Because
okay.
Sell your home is an embedded command.
Okay.
And I want that embedded command in there.
Okay.
Now you don't have to use it. I'm just telling you why I would say help you sell your home. All right.
It works for you, so it's going to work for us.
Okay. Step number 6, tour their home. And here's the key point here. Take lots of notes. Ask lots of questions. Like their home. Be enthusiastic. Don't stage their property. Don't tell them what's wrong with it. Don't look at the kitchen and say, holy cow, this wallpaper's gotta go. No, that's not okay. This is your time to like their home, not to tell them what they need to do in order to get it sold. All right. Step number 7, begin the conversation. Thank you for the opportunity to meet with you today, Natalie. Wow, it's always a privilege and an honor to meet with someone and discuss the possibility of the Dietz team representing them in the sale of their home. Before we get started, I'd like to share my mission statement with you. Would that be okay? Now, I'm not going to go through the entire thing. We've done it. It's on video. You can go watch it. All right. Step number 8, needs analysis. In order for me to know if I can meet your goals and exceed your expectations, I need to ask you a couple questions. Would that be okay? So Shirley, on a scale of 1 to 10, with 1 being not so great and 10 being awesome, what needs to happen in the sale of your home? Shirley says, sell it quick. I'm going to write down, sell it quick. And then I'm going to go deep. In other words, Angel, tell me, why is that important to you? What does selling your home quick do for you? She's going to say, I'm moving to Atlanta to start a new job. Wow, congratulations. And I'm going to go deep again. So The next question, if we could accomplish another goal so that this is a 10+ experience, what's the next goal? And the next step is to prioritize needs. In other words, if we can nail one of these goals and barely miss the other two, what's most important? Now, after we've prioritized the needs, we're going to trial close. In other words, Vil, if I can demonstrate that I'm the right agent for the job, embedded command. If I can demonstrate that I'm the right agent for the job, Mike, in order to accomplish all of your goals, and I'm showing Mike the goals that he gave me. If I can demonstrate that I'm the right agent for the job in order to accomplish all of your goals, are you ready to hire me today? Mike says, yes. My response is, awesome, let's get started. Mike says, I don't know. My response is, awesome, let's get started. Mike says, no, I have more appointments. I'm not going to make a decision today. And my response is, awesome, let's get started. Now, step number 11, satisfy needs, exceed expectations. So this is where we left off yesterday. And I'm just going to breeze through the first couple things that I said to you, that I shared with you yesterday. Step number 1 is we're going to stage your home. That could take a couple days, or it may take a couple weeks, depending on what needs to be done. And then we're going to have professional photographs taken. Then I'm going to put your home on the MLS, making it available to over 30,000 real estate agents who are working with buyers that would be interested in your property. The next step I'm going to do is I'm going to put a sign in your front yard, and the sign is going to have my phone number. And if you remember from yesterday, this is where I stop and I'm going to ask a question. And I'm going to ask Angel, hey, by the way, have you ever driven around a neighborhood looking for homes and saw one that you liked and called the number on the sign? Every single person has done this, whether they're looking to buy a house or not. They're curious. And what typically happens is they're going to get voicemail. Guys, I'm going to hit mute because of background noise. And if you got something to say, please just take yourself off mute and talk to me. Hold on. Okay, cool. Okay, deep breath. Where was I? Every single person has done this. And what's typically happened is they got voicemail or they got a receptionist that said that so-and-so's listing, blah, blah, blah. Now, my next question to Angel would be, when you made that call, what were you looking for? She would say, information. How much is the house? What is the list price? How many bedrooms does it have? How many bathrooms does it have? Does it have a pool? And my response would be absolutely. I mean, if you were just looking for information and you got voicemail or you got a receptionist that said that so-and-so's listing, how did you feel about that? They're going to say, not good. I didn't like that. Yeah, of course. And did you ever just hang up the phone and say, never mind? Now, if that was your home being sold, how do you feel about that? And I'm going to slow down just the way I just did with you, because I'm using logic and emotion. And right now I'm using emotion. And actually what I'm doing is I'm using harm's way, because we're more motivated by avoiding pain than we are by going towards pleasure. And I want them to feel the pain of what might happen if they hire the wrong real estate agent. Sorry, guys. Got to replace all that water that went away this morning. Okay. Now, the next thing that I'm going to do in order to get your home sold is I'm going to email the top 100 agents in my market a copy of your listing. I'm not going to count on them finding your home in the MLS. I'm going to send it to them. And I'm going to send a copy of your listing to the top 100 agents in our market. I'm also going to get on the phone every single day, and I'm going to call the top agents in our market, and I'm going to let them know your home is for sale. And the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to call between 60 and 80 potential buyers every day for your home. Now, by the way, this is my secret sauce, guys. This is my superpower, and I'm not scripting right now. I'm just talking to you, because nobody else is going to do this. And I'm going to tell the seller that, by the way, this is one thing I'm going to do that nobody else is going to do. I'm going to call 60 to 80 buyers every single day looking for a buyer for your home. I'm going to pause for a moment, because guys, you're going to get a question, or you have a question for me. And the question is, John, how are you going to call 60 to 80 buyers every single day for that property? Here's the answer. If I called Mike today and Mike is selling his home by owner, he lives in Coral Springs, I'm listing a property in Coral Springs. And one of the questions I'm going to ask Mike is, hey, by the way, Mike, when your home sells, where are you moving? You know, by the way, the reason I'm asking you that question, I'm not nosy. The reason I'm asking is because you could potentially be a buyer for one of the homes that I'm selling. And it's my job to find a buyer for the properties that I'm selling. I mean, after all, isn't that what you would want me to do if you were to hire me?
Yes.
Yeah, right. To an expired listing, just out of curiosity, if your listing would have sold, where are you moving to? You know, the reason I'm asking is you could potentially be a buyer for one of the homes that I'm selling. And after all, it's my job to find a buyer for those properties. I mean, that's what you would want me to do if you were to hire me, correct?
Yeah, of course.
Now, guys, hold on a second. Do you care about me? Can I trust you? Do you know what you're doing? You're the seller. Do you feel like I care about you? Do you feel that that you can trust me? Does it sound like I know what I'm doing? The answer should be yes, yes, and yes. Okay? All right. So the next thing I'm going to do in order to get your home sold is I'm going to advertise your property on over 700 websites. Now, just so you know, for all of you who are with Keller Williams, the moment you put that listing in KWLS, it syndicates to over 700 websites. Now, here's what I would do today that I didn't do 15 years ago because it didn't exist. And I'm actually going to show my screen to do this. I think I'm going to. Cool, I am. We're not going to watch this again. Give me a moment. Move the picture of you guys so I can see the little box down here.
It's the life that I chose. Sacrifice.
That was fun. Okay. This is fun, guys. You're going to like this. Let me get this out of the way. Now, let's say that there's a buyer that is in Atlanta, Georgia. And that buyer is moving to Coral Springs. Now, they don't know the area, but they do know that they have a son, a daughter who's going to be in high school, and they're interested in Coral Glades High School. So they're going to just go to the search bar and they're going to enter Coral Glades High School. I refreshed my screen. Hold on a second. It's always better when this works. Okay, start over. Hang in there, guys. It would go better on the listing appointment, I promise you. Okay. Well, it'd be nice if I spelled it right. Okay, there we are. We are looking at the school. If I click on the school, I'm going to highlight the neighborhood that the school is in. It's in Westchester. There's not very much for sale, so I want to look at surrounding neighborhoods. Now I'm in Eagle Trace. I have the only website in the real estate industry that outlines neighborhoods. It's a platform, so it's providing me with more valuable information. If a buyer was searching for property in your neighborhood because they want to be in the Coral Glades School District and your home is in Eagle Trace, a buyer is going to find your property easily and you have a better chance of selling your home. Now, what's interesting is if a buyer were to go to one of my competitors' websites, and they did the same search. I don't see neighborhoods. I don't see your neighborhood. There's Royal Palm, so Eagle Chase is down here, and I don't know. Would you rather, if you're the buyer, would you use this website or would you use this website? Now, you can take yourself off mute and talk to me and tell me how you feel about that. Is that fair? Am I negative selling? Am I presenting facts? What are your thoughts?
Facts.
Facts and options.
Yeah. I mean, if you're the buyer, which website would you rather use?
For the KW.
It's
You do
similar to
features
the
of-
fact that if somebody called and they got an answering machine or a receptionist, they're looking for something quick. So finding the property with the right information quick is what
Yeah.
they're looking for.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, let me ask you another question, guys. Do I need to do anything else? Or have I given them enough task on my to-do list in order to meet their goals and exceed their expectations? Do I need to do anything else? Do I need to put their home in a magazine? Do I need to advertise their property anywhere else? Do I need to do anything else? Or have I done enough to demonstrate that I'm going to get your home sold? I'm going to give you the best opportunity to get your home sold within the next 60 days so that you can move to Atlanta in order to start your new job and be with your family, and in order to get you the best price for your property and the best terms, and successfully get your property closed. Do I need to do anything else, or is there anything else I should do? Alex, go ahead.
I would assume that you're going to try and do a trial close at that particular point, and if they're not ready to move forward, find out what that objection is, and then go after that again.
So on a scale of 1 to 10, let's just stop and check in. On a scale of 1 to 10, with 1 being, you don't like anything I said, you can't wait for me to leave, and 10 being, it sounds like I'm the right agent for the job to get your goals accomplished. How we doing, Alex?
I think you're doing really, really good. I'm just kind of curious what other people are going to be able to do, like the newspapers or the magazines.
Yeah. So Alex, if you were a buyer, are you looking on the internet or are you looking through newspapers and magazines?
I'm just basically told, and then what I remember seeing along the way of having my house on the cover of a magazine.
So I'm going to ask you again, because he didn't answer the question, guys. And I'm going to make him answer the question. If you were the buyer, would you rather look at your home and would you rather look at a property in the magazine and see one picture, or would you rather go to the internet and be able to see as many pictures as you like, do a virtual tour, do a 3D tour, do a video tour, get more information on the neighborhood, or would you rather look in the magazine at one little picture with a description of the home? Which one? Where are you
I guess
looking?
today's technology, I guess.
Yeah.
Probably be
Yeah.
the internet.
Yeah. And Alex, in real life, what I told sellers is I don't spend any money on print advertising. None. As a matter of fact, do you know why real estate agents advertise in magazines, Alex?
Your own ego.
That's part of it. So here's the thing. Buyers buy homes, sellers buy image. That's a script, guys, and you should be using that. And if I'm advertising in a magazine, it's to promote me, John Dietz, the real estate agent, in order to attract sellers, because sellers buy image. By the way, it's the same reason if you have billboards and bus benches, don't get mad at me. It's the same reason that real estate agents advertise on billboards and bus benches. Nobody drives down the road and sees a billboard and goes, oh, I want to buy a house. No, buyers want homes. Sellers want image. Now, Mr. Seller, Mrs. Seller, do you want me to spend your money that you're paying me to get your home sold to attract sellers? Or would you rather me look for buyers?
Buyers.
All right, talk to me, guys. It's 8:55.
Got another question for you.
Yep.
And when it comes to staging home, if you have work that needs to be done on that house, and say it's going to take about a month, how do you write out the listing agreement? Are you going to predate it?
Oh, I like that. We have a train coming through.
Oh, that was me. I'm sorry.
It's all good. I'm going to write in the listing agreement that the seller has given me permission not to load the listing in the MLS until a future date.
John, do you
Yeah.
also talk about open house?
Oh yeah. Yeah. I forgot that one. Yeah. That's the problem with going with what's in your head. I do open houses 100%. Matter of fact, if you were a part of the Deeds team, it was a standard. You were doing an open house every week. So if I'm selling somebody's home, we're going to do open houses because open houses do work. According to the National Association of Realtors, open houses are the reason a home sold 10% of the time. And when you take 10% of the time away, now you've got 90%, you've got, can't talk today. You've got a 90% chance to get your home sold. If a real estate agent is telling you they don't do open houses because the open houses don't work, it's not true. They don't work. Meaning the real estate agent doesn't work.
Doesn't work.
Talk to me, guys. Questions, ahas, what did you hear? What are you gonna do different?
I like your secret sauce. That's a great idea.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I had a question about that. When you say you reach out to
60
100
days.
top agents,
Yeah, okay, 100 agents, yeah.
how do you know they're top agents? And is it only Keller Williams or is it everybody?
Everybody.
And
And I use
Yeah.
broker metrics, and I just go in to see who the
Oh,
top
okay.
producing agents are in our market.
Oh, okay. Is that like an app or?
Broker
But you
metrics, it's available to everybody.
Okay, where is it? available? Like,
Broker metrics. So
Oh,
Google it. Broker
Broker.
metrics. Yes.
Okay. Okay. Just curious. I didn't know. That's cool. That's
You can also
impressive.
you can also use Matrix to go ahead and find out who the predominant real estate agents are in that area that you're listing your house and turn around and shoot them out an email that way.
You could. Yeah.
So you can basically put in you can filter out like information. Okay.
Mhm.
To figure that out. Okay.
Yep. If I'm listing a property in Coral Springs, I want to know who the top real estate agents are in Coral Springs. Alex, the reason I like broker metrics is because the email address is going to be available in as long as whatever. This is not a conversation about what tool is best, what app is best. This is just a conversation about reach out to the top 100 agents. That's it. All right. Next question.
John, for the first rookie, listen, on the open houses, you say there's a 10% chance of selling the house. Now, for a first week guy, is that an opportunity to meet buyers that don't have an agent that walked in on the house to look at it?
100%. And it's also an opportunity to meet sellers too, because 60% of the time when somebody comes, I'm looking for your picture, where did you go? Talk to me again. Okay.
I was just, like I said, I was looking at other opportunities for that because I figured somebody would walk off the street and they weren't being, represented by anybody. So I was looking at that could be an opportunity.
100% it is, Mike. And the question that I'm going to ask you when you walk in the door, first of all, script. Thank you for coming to my open house. It's nice to meet you. My name is John Dietz. May I ask your name?
Miguelito.
Mike. Okay. Love it. So Mike, it's nice to meet you. I'm going to just give you some basic information on the property, and then I'm going to leave you alone and let you tour the property. And before you leave, I'm going to ask you to sign in for me, and I'm going to show them the sign-in sheet, or if I'm using my iPad and they're signing on an app, I'm going to show them that. So before you leave, I'm going to ask you to sign in. And hey, by the way, just one really quick question. Are you selling your home?
Good start. Yes.
Yeah. Am I going to meet sellers, guys? Yes.
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 And before
60% of home sellers will visit an open house before they list their home. I did open houses to meet future listings, future sellers. I've never worked with a buyer. I've sold over 100 homes every year for 10 years and never worked with a buyer. Now, it doesn't mean that my team didn't, so that when I met Mike, when I got buyer leads, I just gave those to my buyer agents. But I did open houses as a listing specialist to meet sellers because I'm getting listings from my open house.
One last thing, you threw me a nugget. What is that app that you sign in on? I'm a techie guy.
Somebody help them with that because I don't remember what it's called.
Agency disclosure?
No, guys, he was asking what the app is that you're using to have people sign in at your open houses.
Kelly,
No.
I use.
You can just
I
go
use-
to the app store and type in open house and you get like 6 apps will show up.
Thank you,
I
Frank. Thank
I
you,
use
Frank.
one.
Bill.
There's one for free. It's called Open Home Pro.
Open Home Pro.
Yeah, that's a free app that you can download. You can upgrade and pay for it, but if you get the basic version, it's free. Open
All right.
Home Pro.
Open Home Pro. There you go, Mike. Got your answer. Okay, guys. Shirley.
John, I
Yes.
just wanted to add with Alex's question about how do you write it in the the listing agreement if it's going to be a month out.
Mhm.
Richard tells us how to add that, but also it's an opportunity to build momentum that the property is coming. And now we have in the MLS where it's a coming soon. So we're not just waiting, we're building up the momentum to have more people.
Love that. And you've got a better chance of bringing the buyer and double dipping the sale too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Good job, guys. It is 9:02. Time to get on the phone. Make 20 contacts today. Not 18, not 19. Make 20. Remember, if you bake a cake with 98% of the ingredients, the cake is not going to taste very good. So that you have to follow this recipe, 20 contacts. That means 20 conversations with someone who is going to buy a home, sell a home, or someone who is a part of your database in order to build a relationship. Write 5 handwritten personal notes today. Add 1 person to your database today. Get face-to-face with someone who is thinking of buying a home or selling a home today, and follow up forever. Cool. Make it a great day, everybody.
thank you.
Thank you, John.